Welcome to On the Hill's final episode for fall semester.
Rats.
Are you disappointed we're taking a hiatus?
No, I just thought it'd be permanent.
Joe Biden invoked the 25th Amendment this month, making Kamala Harris acting president for 85 minutes while he was receiving colonoscopy. The last time a president put themselves in this position, it was for dick.
I guess you could say Harris was serving as chief of prostate.
This marks the first time a woman has ever held presidential powers. It also marks the first time Biden has made a woman happy for 85 consecutive minutes.
While the media claims Biden went under anesthesia for only a colonoscopy, something tells me it was a little bit more than that.
Because of budget concerns, the $1.7 trillion Build Back Better plan will be using Mega Bloks instead of Legos. The military, however, is set to receive every single Bionicle set they ask for, with Congress reportedly saying that the military is their special little boy who's been very, very, very good.
In order to make up the deficit, the U.S. government has announced that they will now be selling Joe Biden Catboy NFTs.
We are also proud to announce On the Hill NFTs. Unfortunately, we have yet to crack the technology.
Fortunately, we have devised a simpler method. Send us $10,000 in unmarked bills, and we will set fire to the nearest state park.
Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, declared that Big Bird, Bert, and Ernie are no longer invited as they received the COVID vaccine, but extended an invitation to Count Von Count after he came out as an anti-vaxxer.
Biden pardoned 2 turkeys named Peanut Butter and Jelly, but no news source could tell me what they did.
Do turkeys have original sin? Thus implying turkeys both have souls and Biden has dominion over their souls, thus implying Biden is in fact turkey god.
The only sin I can think of is that they taste too darn good.
In other news, Britney Spears has finally been released from her father's conservatorship, proving it was really her family who was toxic.
Kim K wore Yeezys on a date with Pete Davidson. As retribution, Kanye will be wearing a Skims waist trainer on his next date.
Disney has announced that Chris Pratt will voice Winnie the Pooh in an upcoming film. No, I'm just kidding with you, but you believed it, right?
A new study from GLAAD shows that Americans are becoming more accepting of the LGBTQ+ community. This upward trend reportedly started the second that Glee ended.
Sister Cindy visited our campus this past week in her tour of proving that women can be bigots too.
Really making a step in the right direction.
Colorado is the latest state to approve body composting, an environmentally friendly alternative to burial or cremation, adding a new meaning to the phrase rotten hell.
The short film, All Too Well, written and directed by Taylor Swift, was released this month. To summarize the film, Taylor Swift's hymen is a scarf.
Swift's new project has been big for annoying people.
And here are 2 of them to talk about all things Taylor Swift. Please welcome Alice and Nicole.
In a dull way.
Our first topic in Taylor Swift talk is, of course, the 10-minute version of All Too Well.
And how State lit their bell tower red for its release. Are they the better school?
Isn't their bell tower usually lit red?
But it's okay. UNC made up for it by posting about Taylor, so we're all good now.
So did NASA, which is iconic.
Our next topic is the Taylor Swift ex-boyfriend to Marvel actor pipeline.
First, we have Lucas Till, who was an X-Men, which isn't really Marvel, but it counts, okay?
Next, we have Jake Gyllenhaal, a disgrace to the Taylor Swift ex history. Give her her scarf back, you.
Anyways, he plays a Spider-Man villain. We don't care.
The most recent addition to the list is none other than Mr. Harry Styles, who is part of the Eternals series.
The final member of this elite club is good old Tom Hiddleston, one of 2 Taylor Swift exes that deserves better.
He, of course, plays Loki in Loki, among other things.
And while technically 4 isn't that many, it's a lot more than you'd expect, right?
On the topic of unexpected things, let's talk about the most out-of-the-blue Taylor Swift lyrics. We got a new one to add to our list with the Red re-recording.
Fuck the patriarchy.
That, but there are also some other iconic Taylor Swift lines throughout history that simply make no sense. For example, hey kids, spelling is fun.
Didn't she take that one out?
The one-time bullying worked.
And then there's the subgenre of weirdly gay lines.
Telling Joe Jonas to sashay away like he was on RuPaul or something? I mean, what was that?
And how about Shade never made anybody less gay?
Yes, Lover is just filled with out-of-place Taylor Swift lyrics.
Shake It Off on its own is as bad as Lover, though. I mean, the hella good hair.
You could have been getting down to this sick beat.
And now for our concluding thoughts.
I'm gonna need You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home from the Hannah Montana movie as a vault track on Speak Now.
But won't you be too busy crying to Innocent to notice?
You didn't have to call me out like that.
Fine, you can call me out then.
How did the Phoebe Bridgers collab make you feel?
Sad. And like an alcoholic.
That's what I thought.
As we have already pointed out, but it can never be said enough, Jake Gyllenhaal is the worst person on planet Earth.
And Dylan O'Brien is the best.
This has been
Taylor Swift Talk. Are they the best? Wait, are we recording? Oh.
And with that, I'm Sasha.
And I'm Brandon.
Thanks for watching On the Hill.
Everybody say Ava.
Ava, 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 Ava.